Hey guys, I'm glad to be back again today. We've got an exciting video ahead. You know, with all of the changes in the market here the last few days, I had about $9,500 that I needed to invest. So part of the agenda today is, what did I invest in? I wanted to be able to improve the quality of the income portfolio. So we're going to focus on the income portfolio today. Also, what might be interesting to you is I analyzed 9 stocks that I chose not to invest in. Again, I was on a quest to improve the quality of my income portfolio, looked at 9 different stocks and passed on all 9 of them. So that might be interesting to you as well. So at the end of this video, I will share with you which stocks I looked at and passed on. But I did invest $9,500 today in 4 different stocks. So I want to share with you which stocks those were and walk through what the impact was to the income portfolio. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Hey, welcome back, guys. I invested $9,500 today in 4 different stocks. I want to go through that with you. Just remember that I'm not an investing professional, and that any stock purchases that you make sure you do your own due diligence on. But I'm excited about where this portfolio is going. Just to give you a little background, I have 3 different portfolios. One is a dividend growth portfolio. And what I look for there are stocks who are growing their dividends really quickly. I also have an income portfolio where I look to get a higher yield, not necessarily as much growth. And I also have a dividend snowball account, which is really more toward those who are just starting out. And it's a portfolio that I dollar cost average into $50 a week. I have 3 different stocks. So today, though, the focus is going to be on the income account. And I want to share with you the 4 stocks that I bought for that portfolio. So with that, let's get started. The first stock that I bought is Best Buy. You can see here that I bought 30 shares of Best Buy. They traded at a price of $73.41 for $2,202.26. Their Simply Safe dividend rating is 80, and they pay a dividend of $3.52 per share on an annual basis, which equates to a yield of about 4.8%. And it adds about $105.60 per year to my annual dividend income. You can see here on this fast graphs chart that Best Buy is in a really good place to buy. So their valuation is good, and they also give me a nice dividend yield with a potential long-term for growth. The second stock that I bought is Prudential Financial. I bought 30 shares of it also at $94.85 for an investment of $2,845.58. They have a Simply Safe dividends rating of 75 out of 99. Their dividend is $4.80 per share, which equates to about a 5.1% yield. Very nice yield, and also adds $144 per year to my dividend income. And you can see the fast graphs chart here for Prudential Financial. It's got a pretty decent valuation on it. So, I'm purchasing that today as well for my portfolio. The third stock today is T. Rowe Price. Now, I bought T. Rowe Price a few weeks ago for my dividend growth account. This purchase is in my income account. I bought 20 shares of that today, $115.50 per share. The cost was $2,309.90. They have a Simply Safe dividend rating of 94 out of 99. Really good dividend safety score. I also get a dividend of $4.80 per share, which equates to 4.2% dividend yield for T. Rowe Price. Since I only bought 20 shares of that, I get $96 in annual income. Taking a look at the fast graphs for T. Rowe Price, we can see that it also has a very nice valuation, and I'm happy to have bought that for the income account moving forward. And then the fourth stock of the day is Whirlpool Corporation. I bought 15 shares of Whirlpool, $145.66 per share for an investment of $2,184.90. In total for today, invested $9,542.63. The Simply Safe dividend rating for Whirlpool is 70. They pay a dividend of $7 per share or a yield of 4.8%, which equates to annual income of $105. So in total, my annual income in my portfolio is now $450.60 higher, and the stocks that I bought today average a yield of 4.7%. The fast graphs chart for Whirlpool, you can see that Whirlpool is also seems to be very fairly valued, seems to be undervalued actually. So I think, at least for now, Whirlpool's in a great place to add to the portfolio. So just to give a sense for what the impact of the transactions today was on my portfolio, this is a printout of just the 4 stocks in the amounts that I bought today. You can see it was around $9,500. The annual income for the stock was $450, which we saw in the previous slide. The dividend yield is 4.7%, and the dividend growth, however, is 13.1%. Also, just to point out that all of this dividend income appears to be safe according to Simply Safe Dividends. Just thought I would give you a picture of the before and after. So this is the portfolio before the transactions. I had an annual income of $16,370, a dividend growth of 6.2% per year. That's an average of the last 5 years of dividend growth. And then I had a yield of 5.5%. After the transactions, I ended up with an annual income of $16,820 with a growth, 5-year dividend growth of 6.3% and a yield on cost of 5.47%. So my yield on cost dropped a little bit and my growth increased a little bit, but overall my annual income went up about $450 per year. Here's some key takeaways, some key points about this that I thought would be helpful to share with you. First of all, there are a lot of good deals in the market, but when we understand the purpose of our portfolios, it helps to narrow the focus of which stocks fit at any given point in time. For example, my stock screener for the income account has 44 companies listed in it, and I only own 11 of those companies. You can see that right here. I own 11 of these companies. So I only own 25% of the stocks that are in my stock screener. And it's because I have a narrow focus of what I think is important for my portfolio. Point number 2, income is important, but long-term portfolio growth still plays a role. So in my income portfolio, I am looking to actually live off of some of these dividends, probably sooner rather than later. And inflation is a reality. So as my dividends grow each year, it helps to offset or cover inflation. So growth is important even if you are living off your dividends. And then the third piece is to seek a proper balance when achieving portfolio goals. Let me give you an example. My goal is to have $24,000 in annual income from my dividend income portfolio. I could take all of these stocks that I have in this portfolio and put them in high yielding stocks and probably end up with somewhere near 24,000. But that creates a lot of risk and there could be yield traps in there. So it's important to have a proper balance when looking to add stocks to your portfolio. One thing I would point out is that tomorrow I'm getting dividends in this account, $737.25. Whirlpool's paying out 105 shares at $1.75 per share for the quarter. So I'm getting $183 from them. Maine is paying tomorrow 900 shares at 21.5 cents per share. That's my only monthly dividend payer. So I'm getting $193.50 from Maine tomorrow. Prudential, I'm getting 300 shares at $1.20 per share for the quarter, which is $360. So you can see that overall, tomorrow I'll be able to invest another $737.25. I think I ended up with a little over $200 left in the account. So I'm going to be, looking to invest around $1,000. It might not be tomorrow, but it'll be sometime over the next week or so. And then lastly, I wanted to share with you the stocks that I looked at and did not purchase. And when I say I looked at the stocks, not only did I look at their financials, their capital allocation, but I also even listened to earnings calls, looked at their 10Qs and their cash flow statements, and tried to understand what's really driving them. So here are 9 stocks that I looked at over the last few days and ended up not purchasing them for the income portfolio. Huntington Bank, ticker symbol HBAN, Franklin Resources, ticker symbol BEN, Leggett & Platt, ticker symbol LEG, VF Corporation that makes vans and Timberland, ticker symbol VFC, Interpublic, which is an advertising agency, ticker symbol IPG, Bar Harbor Bankshares, ticker symbol BHB, Hewlett Packard, HP, ticker symbol HPQ, Community Trust Bancorp, CTBI, and Gilead Sciences, ticker symbol GILD. So just because I didn't buy those stocks does not mean that they're bad stocks. It just means that for the purpose of my portfolio, they didn't quite fit what I needed. If you're interested in hearing about why I passed on any of the particular stocks, just leave me a message in the comments below. I'm happy to share that information with you. This is really about me sharing what I'm doing. If it helps you, I'm really happy about that. If it doesn't, it didn't cost you anything. Everything was free. Don't forget to like this video if there's content in here that you find to be helpful. It lets other people know that the content in here is useful for them. And also, if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love to have you along for the journey. So with that, I'm going to get out of your hair, and I'll see you on the next video.